Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are looking at Kamino or KMNO protocol or the KMNO token. It is as of now the biggest protocol on Solana if we look at the TVL. So it just overtook Jito as well as it's above Jupiter. So that's a massive thing, and it has a TVL of over 2.89 billion, which is a lot. And ever since they launched the token back in May of 2024, they have been slowly doing really well. After they airdrop, the TVL did go down, but after that it actually went up, as you can see. So what this means, that KMNO has had a pretty good demand overall if we look at its TVL. Although the token's price is not doing that well if you look here. But if we talk about the token itself, or if we talk about the protocol itself, it is the Solana's lending, liquidity, and leverage venue. And as of now, it is the biggest one, and they have had a pretty good, I would say, revenue and the fees generated and the earnings overall. So it seems like that there is a lot of demand for the token in general. And recently, they did announce like season 4. So basically now they are giving a fixed KMNO allocation, a fixed duration, and transparent user rewards, as you can see, and it's a massive one. So they are like giving 100 million KMNO tokens in this airdrop, or you can say in this season, with a 3-month season duration. So that means it should, in theory, trigger a pretty good TVL growth for the Kamino or KMNO protocol itself, because I think these users may actually want the token, KMNO token, in terms of airdrop. Now if we talk about the token itself, it's not doing that well. So this is how it looks like. It only has a market cap of like 129 million, and at its peak it ended up hitting like slightly above 300 million back in December. Now compared to its TVL, the market cap is not that high, I would say. So there is still, I think, a lot of room for KMNO token to grow, because if you look at the market cap, it's over 2.9 billion, and if you look at its if you look at its market cap, it's just a fraction of that. So it's just small fraction, I would say. Now I think there is a lot of growth for the KMNO token in general, because I'm just going with the market cap and the TVL relationship as of now. Now if you talk about the token itself, first of all, as you can see here, it is a lending platform, so they have a lot of rewards going on here. You can do a lot of things, you can earn and do a lot of things as well. And they also have multiply, liquid, leverage, and you can also stake the token as well, as you can see. So the purpose of KMNO token is to be used for the governance, as you can see here, and also for the staking. You do get users, and this enables users to earn staking boost, which will boost their current points earning. So that is what it does. Besides that, it is used for the voting. So basically it is one of the biggest it is the biggest platform on the Solana at the time of recording this. So in theory, the demand for the KMNO token should increase as the TVL goes up, because whoever is staking will most likely would want to basically control the parameters of the KMNO or Kamino protocol in general, because the staking does control various things such as fees and other things in the protocol. Now, as of now, I would say, if we look at, or if we talk about the token itself, this is how it looks like, and I'll just show you my analysis. But before that, I think we missed like tokenomics of that coin. So it is a max supply of 10 billion, out of which like 100 billion, 1 billion was circulated, 1 billion was estimated initial circulating, but as of now it has a circulating supply of like 2.49 billion, which is a lot, I would say. Now they basically gave like this is a distribution, so they gave like 35% to key stakeholders and advisors. So these stakeholders are basically the investors as well as advisors. So that is a massive amount, like 3.5 billion, which is a lot, I would say. And the rest went to core contributors, like 20%. So effectively 55% of the total token supply went to core contributors and investors. That is ridiculous, I would say. So that is a massive chunk of supply going towards investors as well as core contributors, and the rest was given to liquidity, treasury, and we had community allocation, and the rest are basically they are giving the rest in terms of seasons. Now if we talk about its token unlocks, as of now the token unlocks start to happen back in May of 2025. So key stakeholders as well as investors have received like 474 KMNO tokens at the time of recording, and they will continue to get more and more tokens, and that will happen till 2027. So what this means that there is going to be a lot of sell pressure on the coin, and this is when the token unlocks start to happen. As you can see here, the price basically went from 7 cent and now it's down like for 34%. But again, this will most likely put a lot of stress whenever the coin goes up, but I don't think that these investors could be selling as of now, because the TVL for the KMNO is going up. So that means there's a pretty good chance that the token could actually go up as of now. So I think these investors are most likely waiting to sell the coin as soon as it goes up. So I would be looking at this exact point. So this is where I think most of the selling will most likely happen, around 7.8 to 7.1. And as of now, the token or the KMNO did just break below this trend line. This trend line was really strong one, as you can see. It triggered a massive price surge, and after hitting this trend line, it actually ended up going up over 200%, and again it is at this trend line. And sometimes what happens that usually there are some traders, they see when the token breaks below these key trend lines, they usually do short it. And sometimes what happens is that after breaking slightly below these trend lines, the token ends up and breaks above and breaks out. So basically, as of now, what I would be looking at, I think it could actually make a massive recovery. So I think as of now, KMNO token could actually go and end up pumping like 63% or 70% is a possibility. After that, we could see some initial sell pressure from the investors if that happens. But again, I'm not sure whether it will happen or not. But if that happens, we will most likely see a massive recovery from KMNO token. At least that's what seems like from the chart, from my analysis. So as of now, what I'm looking at if it breaks above this trend line, this green trend line. So I'll just make it red. If it breaks above this trend line, we will most likely make a big recovery from the KMNO token, and it will most likely go as high as 7.7 cent. And if the momentum continues, who knows, maybe it can go as high as 11 cent or even higher than that. But if it doesn't break above this trend line, and if it goes down, it just broke the trend line, so we will be most likely looking at, I would say, like 62% downtrend if that happens. But it doesn't make that much sense, because it just made a new it just became the biggest platform on the Solana by TVL. So if it does breaks below this trend line, and if the market does go down, especially for the KMNO token, we could be looking at as low as 1.9 cent if that happens. But if that doesn't happen, and if it does breaks above this, and if it starts to go up from here, I would be looking at like 7.7, and there will most likely be some sell pressure from these investors who are getting a ridiculous amount of coins for free. Of course, they may have invested, but I think the allocation is just too big anyways. But I think if it breaks above from here, we'll most likely see a sell pressure around 7.8 or 8 cent. And if the hype continues to go up, we could be looking at 10 cent or even slightly above that. And if the momentum continues, who knows, it could actually end up hitting new all-time high. And you have to understand that the market cap seems to be undervalued compared to its TVL. So I think there are a pretty good chance that the KMNO will most likely recover, but we don't know what will happen. But that's just my analysis. Now, the token itself is not available on Coinbase. So if somehow in case Coinbase listing, I can see a massive recovery from the token, and it's also not available on Bybit as well. So if some new exchanges announce the KMNO token listing, it is available on the Bybit. I'm sorry about that, but I think if the Coinbase announces the listing, it could be a big thing for the KMNO as well, but as of now it is not available on the Coinbase. Anyways, this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back. Thanks for watching.